The Krugersdorp Mine dump rape and robbery story has shaken the entire country. 8 women were raped and the rest of the film were robbed. They were filming a music video when they were attacked. Over 80 arrests have been made so far in connection with this crime, and the suspects are expected to appear in the Krugersdorp Magistrates Court tomorrow. eNCA reporter Nqobile Madlala joins me now for more details on that. Nqobile, it's just a tragic story, and when we are having a conversation regarding how is it that the community has been calling for some kind of protection against some of the criminal elements that are unfolding within the area in itself, it looks as though their pleas have fallen on deaf ears. When we're looking at the situation right now with over 80 people having been arrested, what is the community sentiment? Are they satisfied with what's been done by law enforcement so far? Is there still an element of fear given what's just been happening? What's going on so far?
Well, I think, Faith, based on the communities that we spoke to yesterday specifically, they were very clear that even though there were some arrests, their lives were still very much endangered. I mean, we heard from them talking about the fact that some of the guys were even still around. They were speaking about the fact that they were in these clothes, and that's why they were asking that there be more presence from the police, but be permanent as well, so that there can be an effective way of ensure that they get rid of the crime in the area. I mean, we also spoke to the mayor later on, who then also said that what he has gone forward to do is that he has now established a relationship with the police, which will be permanent, where they are going to do quite a number of operations in the area. Also talking about the fact that he has even gone as far as even written to the president, where he wants the president to look into certain plans that they have as Mogale City, so that they can try and eradicate the crime in the area. But now I want to bring in Not In My Name. Now, you will know they've had also spoken about issues against women and gender-based violence. And obviously, in this point, we've got a number of people that are feeling like they're being intimidated, they're not safe in their homes. And on top of that, we've got this 8 women who have been gang raped. As Not In My Name, what is your stance?
This is definitely a shame to our country, our law enforcement, our border policing. It is a shame to men. It really puts the issue of saying that South Africa is the rape capital of the world at highlight. No matter what the circumstances are, 8 women being raped and still not finding who the exact perpetrators are is really problematic. Most of all is the safety of this area and this community. We have been screaming for years and years and years, especially these mining dumps that, and we should actually call mining companies to book that mine shafts that are no longer being used, which are no longer being properly sealed off, and you've got illegal foreigners coming through and mining here, and we've got people being terrorized in our own communities to a point where they are brazenly raping people. The community is not safe. The community does not feel safe, and we cannot continue to have a reactionary approach to it. Like I say, mining dumps need to be closed. Foreign people who are coming here to work must be checked, must be here legally, because this is now becoming a problem where now these so-called zamazamas are apparently Lesotho people, or but people who are not from here, who are not working legally. We need to check those things. As much as we welcome everybody in the country, be here legally, come and do the right thing. And then furthermore, our policing needs to be stringent, it needs to be venomous as quickly as possible, so that communities can feel safe again. And we've been crying about it, especially the mining belt this side. It is a huge, huge problem. And it shows that if it's not been looked at, somebody is benefiting from it. And who is benefiting from it? Because the communities are crying, people are dying. Why are these mines not permanently closed off? Why is this criminality not shut down the way it's supposed to be? It shows you that somebody's benefiting. And we are angry as a people, we're angry as a community, and we cannot afford to have this.
And I mean, we see gender-based violence also just playing a huge role here. As Not In My Name, what are you going to be doing? Or perhaps are you going to be seeing the families? What are you doing?
Look, rape is a very intimate and, hurtful, violent crime. And we are hoping that the victims are coming, right? We have not yet, obviously, spoken to any of them. However, we would like to reach out, and as many people know, that we've got free counseling available for victims and so on. And, you know, going into this Women's Month, we've got programs that we have set in place to get people to understand and see the violence that this country is standing at in terms of gender-based violence. The assault upon women, femicide rate is 5.1 times higher than anywhere in the world, and we need to really stamp this out, not just by scoring some political points or but actually making sure that we're on the ground, educating people and so on. But this is, in this case here, it is clear criminality. It is a direct attack on our sovereignty as a country, and we need the police, if it was possible, even the army, to come out and round up all of these people, clamp them down. Those who are illegal need to move. Those who are part of perpetrating and they are part of our country need to be placed in the jails and locked away as far as possible, and make sure that the community is safe.
And I mean, we heard from the police, they're saying that they've arrested over 80 people. Do you feel that this is good in any way?
Well, it's good saying that you've rounded up 80 suspects, but that says to me that you don't actually have clear intel of who exactly it is. So you're taking en masse and then going through interview processes and trying to bring it down. That as good as it may be, we needed to be quicker, we needed to be as venomous as possible. We need to make sure that these perpetrators are there. And we want to urge even the film crew and some of the guys, because we heard that they've disappeared and so on, to be able to come back and assist in terms of the case, to be able to point out who it is that was part of the violence. And we understand that there may be some dodgy situations behind the scene with regards to the crew being there. What were they doing exactly there? What company it is? The company that the film crew company needs to be able to come back there and be able to say, this is who we are, and this is what we were doing, and so that police can get the necessary help. There's no use having WhatsApp chats going around in the country, and then there's no clarity when it comes to the intel for the police. So we want to also urge them, just to come back. A crime has been committed here. We know that you may be feeling scared and vulnerable and so on, and not wanting to come out with all the information. And if anybody has seen or heard anything, please go to the necessary authorities, let them know, so that we can shut this crime down. It is very painful. It's shocking. Women continue to live in fear in their own country, and the state is being attacked directly by people who are not legal here and are doing illegal mining here. It needs to be shut down quickly.
All right. Thank you very much. That's Secretary General for Not in My Name, but very clearly saying there, Faith, that this needs to be shut down as quick as possible. But what he's also saying is that he's reaching out to that production. He says there needs to be an understanding what they were doing exactly there, and if they do come on board, because he says at the moment there are allegations, of course, that they are not around, saying that they need to help the police as well going forward. But very clear there that gender-based violence is not welcome in the country, and the police needs to act effectively. I mean, now he's echoing the same sentiments we heard from the communities, saying that they want the police that are proactive and not the police that are active only after the situation.